Hey there, Pisces. Thank you for tuning into my channel and welcome to your tarot card reading for August 2023. This reading taps into the fiery energy of Leo season. Once I lay out the cards, I'll go through and identify their positions, explain some meanings, and do some clarifications. And at the end of the reading, I will pull a couple of oracle cards for additional guidance. So feel free to take with you whatever messages resonate and leave behind for others whatever does not. Okay, so far of this 6-card spread, I see 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards, 2 aces, and cups. Okay, and what's missing here is the wands, but the bottom of the deck, the influencing energy for this reading, you have the Knight of Wands. So it's a card of action and excitement, going after what thrills you, what you're passionate about. So this is definitely in line with that fierce, fiery Leo energy, and so is the Sun, which is the Leo's ruling planet, which here is what's being illuminated this month. So you have the Sun. When we look at past influences, you have the Ace of Swords. And when we look at what to face head on, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. When we explore what's at the heart of the situation, you have the Chariot. When we look to identify values and perspectives for you to reflect on, you have the Death card. And finally, the potential action to take or the outcome, you have the 7 of Cups. So it's kind of like the world is your oyster here, Pisces. It's a sense of really showing up, taking advantage of opportunities, moving your will forward, reflecting on things that no longer serve you, and letting go of some things from the past. So let's do some clarification. So what is being illuminated with the Sun? It could be how you present yourself, the things that provide you energy. As the Sun transits Leo, it will impact your 6th house of health. So that applies to routines, habits, what it is that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. And when we look at the past influences, you have the Ace of Swords. So this could be some type of clarity that you're getting. Maybe you're figuring out some kind of either practice or a routine that has to do with maybe your bedtime or what you're eating, or how you structure your day that gives you like a sense of clarity. So let's take a look at the Sun. We have here the Lovers. Interesting. Okay, so what's being illuminated this month? You've got the Sun and the Lovers. So it could be like your love life is really taking off. It seems like maybe the choices that you're making, maybe in the past you've made some choices that aren't amazing, especially when you've got like death, something that you're to reflect on, things to let go of. But maybe it is like you are now kind of feeling more confident in your decisions when it comes to commitments and how you show up in the world. Got here the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. So it does seem like there is something that you have left behind, want to leave behind, will leave behind, and come to a better like place where you're focusing on a sense of recovery of maybe mental thought. Maybe it has to do with the people you've been around, but it also can do with like just your day-to-day, like I said, implementing certain things in your life. But it seems like whatever it is, your decisions, it seems like you're actually like getting a sense of like more energy, more confidence. So let's take a look at this Ace of Swords in the past influences. It could be like more clarity. Maybe you cut someone off. Maybe you said something honestly, like spoke your truth. So here we have the 8 of Pentacles. So it does seem like you put a lot of effort into this. Maybe this has to do with a job, but whatever it is, it's like you spent time and attention to figure something out. And it's really like paying off. It's like something you changed. This was like either a new way to approach something, or a new like a sense of victory that you felt. For some of you, it could even be like a job promotion, or like being in a position where you have been recognized at your work, and like it's opening up new opportunities in the job market. But it's also feeling like it's like affecting all different areas of your life, especially if this is like at the core of how you've been living life. So here, interestingly, in the past, to clarify the Ace of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, you have the Tower and the Sun. So it does seem like what's being illuminated, how you're showing up, has to do with some type of Tower moment, some kind of situation where after this like collapse, after this some kind of chaos, you're starting to get a sense of clarity and working towards making a change, making things better, and what to face head on. You have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is, again, that sense of a new job, a promotion. It's like you are in a really good position where you have a good sense of value, or a new sense of self-worth that you are kind of taking on. So let's go ahead and clarify this Ace of Pentacles. You have the Strength card. So Pisces, this is here what to face head on. These opportunities, or whether it's a new sense of how you're seeing yourself, how you're treating yourself, like nurturing your body, eating the right things, having a health routine. It is as if there is like a strength and self-acceptance of who you are and who you were, and really working on keeping that going. So here at the bottom of the deck, you have the 3 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands. So it seems like other people are recognizing that you are kind of improving, and maybe even because of their feedback, you kind of have made it so you actually want to advance and like improve in your life. At the heart of the situation, you have the Chariot. So this is a sense of recognizing what you want and going after it. And really, if there's opposing energies around you, if there's drama around you, just making sure that that doesn't hold you back. So let's take a look at this Chariot. You have the Page of Cups here. So it is a sense of really wanting to be in this like this realm of following your passions, and like there's a bunch of possibilities out there for you, and really like wanting to make your dreams come true in a very healthy sense. Maybe being more creative, tapping more into like playing that playful aspect, and definitely Leo taps into that playfulness. That sense of creativity. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the 2 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. So it's as if what's at the heart of the situation is like you are ready for this sense of like connecting more with your environment and possibly people, like stepping outside of your comfort zone. It might be in the past that you wanted people to, you kind of almost expected people to change how they are, or to accept how you are in order to be in your world. But it's almost as if you're recognizing that there was a lot of just things around you that weren't for your best and highest good, and you're actually now actively taking steps to be part of that possibilities of it, stepping outside of your comfort zone and actually going after this. And it does seem like it's a new sense of self-worth. Here in this section, we're going to take a look at the values and perspectives for you to reflect on with death. It's a sense of there's things that maybe you were, this is a card of like maturity, actually. leaving things behind that are not for you, either moving on from them or actively cutting them out of your life so that new opportunities can kind of come in. So let's go ahead and take a look at this Death card here. You have the Knight of Wands, which is the influencing energy. So it could be that you will be like this month reflecting on that fiery energy. Maybe it's something you used to have and it was feeling artificial, like how you accomplished it. And now you're genuinely having a sense of like that fire Leo energy, Sun Leo energy, and genuinely reflecting on what it is that you really desired. What is it that you want to go after? What is it that you actually have to let go in order to move after those things? And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Swords here. Ten of Swords and Six of Wands. So, maybe because you have the past over here, this was Ace of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and then there was the Tower that was clarifying it, and the Sun in the Tower. So here, you got the Ten of Swords, which is like, that Tower is like, was an opportunity for you to see that however you were solving a problem or trying to solve a problem or make things work was just not going to work, just was not working. And here it's a sense of like overcoming that obstacle. So there might still be things to recognize about yourself, about how you got there in the first place, of like, almost like, what was it that was the goal? Was it to solve the problem, or was it to kind of have an artificial victory type of thing? But the potential action to take, or the outcome, is the Seven of Cups, which is a card of illusion, temptations even. So for some of you, if whatever the Tower moment was, or whatever the Ten of Swords was in the past, was due to like not knowing how to make the right choice, not knowing what potential goal was real, not knowing, like for some of you, this has to do with like substances, being addicted to something, considering that this reading, the Sun in Leo impacts your sixth house of habits, routines, and like health. So it could be, either addiction to substances, or it could be crappy food, it could be alcohol, it could be skipping meals, and kind of like it's almost a sense of you'll still be tempted, and it's still for you to decide what it is that you want to pursue. You're still going to have, it's almost as if your situation hasn't changed much except for your determination and you actively putting in taking steps to accomplish your goals. You're still going to have a lack of clarity. It could be because like it reflects your inner Pisces-ness, like you wanting to tap into that sense of possibilities, but there's also, temptations there. So needing to know what your heart truly wants, but also I think it is interesting, this concept of the Lovers in what's being illuminated this month, and death being what potential action, what to reflect on in the values, because the Lovers is definitely like looking at long-term commitment and what's for your best and highest good in the future, and showing up and being like able to say, this is me, I make this commitment and I know what that means. And then with this Death card, to know like, hey, I tried that, it didn't work out, and here's kind of I'm okay with that, or I'm not okay with that, but I have to kind of move on anyway. So let's take a look at the Seven of Cups here. We have the Seven of Cups. So Pisces, it seems here like the potential action, the outcome is that you are still going to need to work on this. You're still going to be pulled by your desires and needing to know what like definitely focusing on what lights you up, what keeps you mentally, physically, emotionally strong, accepting your weaknesses, but also keeping on whatever path. Like maybe you are like joined AA or need to join AA, something that will help you keep you on your path. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Emperor. So basically, this is a sense of, it's almost like the small day-to-day choices that you make really affect how you feel about the world that you're operating in. And to some degree, you having control over that and allowing like illusions to take control over you and having the ability to put like structure and routine in. So the Emperor is definitely about putting in boundaries, like I was saying, a bedtime, a schedule, knowing what like energizes you, knowing what your potential pitfalls are, and kind of making sure that you are very like structured in your day-to-day so that you can deal with these, you know, these illusions, these goals, these fantasies, these potentials that could trip you up. So Pisces, I'm going to go ahead and close off the reading with a couple of oracle cards. I'm going to pull a card from the Lover's Oracle and also a card from the Sign of the Times Oracle to give you some additional insight here, perhaps on your love life or something you're working towards. So you have this anchor, stability. This is that kind of concept of the Emperor here. And like routine, like needing some type of stability as a foundation for you. And this says, a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. So for those of you who are thinking this could be a potential love connection with this like lovers being illuminated here, then it's definitely very positive. And also I get the sense like this is a message for you yourself, like making sure you put yourself first, that you have a sense of stability, that you recognize in order for any kind of successful outcome with you and a love partner, business partner, whoever it is that you're showing up for, like you need to recognize it's like how you present yourself, what you say matters, what you do matters, your word matters. And if you're looking for something true when it comes to like a partnership in life, you're going to recognize it doesn't only matter for you, it matters for the other person, and like the commitments that you make to each other matter. So Pisces, this is what I have for you. I hope that this provides a helpful perspective of your month, and we'll see you next time. Take care.